So here we are back with Legacy, which is the deciding match for this matchup between Colin Chambers and Tyler Adams. Tyler's on the bottom of the screen for Legacy, and Colron is on the top. After Colron took standard 2-0, and Tyler responded by taking modern 2-0. So both players have picked up 4 points so far. This is the deciding match. Colron suspends a Rift Bolt. And we have an end of turn brainstorm. So Colron had brews for standard and modern, but the one consistency clearly so far running through all three formats for him has been red, his colour of choice. Tyler, Tyler, I faced in the final round of Legacy last season, so not too long ago, and he was on a mono blue brew that played Omniscience, basically to draw his entire hand and win games with Emrakul. So we'll see if he's stuck with that for the season 3. Rift Bolt comes off suspend. Just a bit of a delay here. Yep, okay, there we go. So 3 damage to Tyler's face. And what's Colron got as a follow-up? Plays what seems to be his favourite card, Harsh Mentor. We saw this in, was it Standard as well? We didn't see it in Modern, we saw it in Standard. A bit surprised there that Tyler doesn't crack the fetch in response to the cast. He's going to do 2 damage from the Mentor now to crack that Flooded Strand. Yeah, so he cracks it now at the end of the turn. And gets a basic island. Brainstorm at the end of the turn. Well, one interesting thing here with Brainstorm, you draw 3 cards, put 2 back. He had that island and a fetch, so he could have used the island to cast the Brainstorm, so that if he had worthless cards in his hand, he could then fetch them away, essentially shuffle them away. But because he didn't sequence it that way, you'd assume that he's got a pretty loaded hand. He's happy with what he's got. But turn 3, no play. Down to 19, so still a little way to go for Colron, who's chipping away. The players turns an Eidolon of the Great Revel. We'll see if, yeah, there's a response. Force of Will. Although, he probably just wants to keep damage. Cunning Wish is the card exiled, which gives us you may choose an instant from outside the game and put it in your hand. As the Mentor gets in for 2. In turn he'll cast, actually no, he's casting it in his upkeep. Intuition. Search your library for 3 cards, reveal them, and put 1 into your hand. He finds 3 copies of Show and Tell. So I'm guessing Colron's going to give him a Show and Tell. I don't know if that was a mistake there from Tyler. He's tapped out now. That doesn't mean as much in Legacy. And there's his standard land again. And this is a good card from Origins, Magic Origins. Scab Clan Berserker. It's a 2/2 with haste that gets renowned, and when it's renowned, it functions like a gutter snipe, where it'll do 2 damage every time an opponent plays a instant or sorcery, which against Tyler's deck is going to be very punishing. So he's got 5 power on the board now. So this would have been Tyler's setup to get the show and tell. I'm assuming he's got Emrakul in his hand. He's going to take 2 damage from the show and tell. Oh, sorry, from the Scab Clan Berserker for casting it. So he's going to drop to 5. Going to reveal an Emrakul or an Omniessence into an Emrakul. If he has Omniessence, he's going to drop to 3. Oh no, because it's not cast. Sorry. Yeah. So plays that. Now he's going to cast it into the infinite. So this is the problem. Draw a card for each card in your library. So essentially, he draws his whole deck. He's at 3, but if you see Colron's board state, even if he was to cast the Emrakul, 2 creatures can still get through for damage, which is enough. So he needs to both play the Emrakul and play something that can remove at least 1 creature. Emrakul's going to force him to sacrifice 6 permanents when it attacks. So we'll see if he can. He's down to 3 life. He gets his second turn, so from the Emrakul. So Emrakul here will. He's in a tough position. If he attacks with the Emrakul, then he'll sacrifice everything except the Scab Clan Berserker, which would be lethal on the crackback. So Tyler needs something in those 45 cards that can get the job done. So Colron drops to 4 with this attack. But let's see if he's got anything. Lightning Bolt obviously is no good for Colron here because he doesn't have the mana to cast it. And there's a concession, so he doesn't have anything.